Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Pilgr1m. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you and welcome to my channel this morning. What I'm trying to do is just to live an ordinary day. I've just woken up and I think I've woken up pretty late because yesterday I had just too much. So what I want to do is I want to fix myself a breakfast come lunch. That's what would be necessary to do. And what am I going to do right now? Perhaps fix myself something to bite and something to drink. Tea is appropriate. I got myself some tuna fish. I think that will do. And I'll get myself some onion, and I'll just try to make something very fast. And as I make this thing fast, there are things I wanted us to talk about. That's mainly the perception of what life is like in Europe. As you know, I'm in Sweden, and there's a conception that I used to have before I came here that when people live abroad, they have so much money such that they can't lift a finger, they can't even fix breakfast, they have to have somebody to do that for them. Let me just wash this thing. That people don't have to lift a finger. You have people, somebody cleaning for you the house, somebody washing your dishes. You can't even lift your finger to wash a dish. And I could hear people leaving Africa that they are only coming to wash dishes and then clothes and all that kind of a thing. So this gave a different picture because back in Kenya was also a kind of like a tendency which actually is still active up to now, whereby families that are a little bit having jobs or work to do, they cannot cook, they cannot sweep their own house, they cannot do anything. I mean, they have to get kind of like a house girl, and the house girl or a house boy that does all those kind of things. They cannot clean their compound, and they have to have a few employees in the compound, one taking care of the compound outside, one taking care of inside the house and cooking, and they are paid a small amount of fee, as house helps. Others take care of cattle here, depending on what kind of chores are there in a compound. And I'm speaking from Sweden, I don't know, and I'm speaking from a village, and that concept is not possible here. It's not possible here because of the labor laws. I've cut my onions, and what I need to do is to just fry them. I want to fry them at the same time I'm talking. So in most cases I find myself waking up and doing my own breakfast, doing my own compound, doing my own everything. because I live and work on a salary, and that salary is not sufficient to share with another person, because life is really expensive out here. Life is really expensive out here, so it's not easy as I thought. Okay, when somebody says that life is expensive out here, one would really need to ask why and justify it. Like right now, we are going through a winter season, and winter can be very cold. The temperatures can vary from whatever degrees, 0 degrees all the way to minus 16, minus 20. It depends on how cold the day is. And when we're talking about minus degrees, that's pretty cold. There is snow, there is ice, there's water. Sometimes there's none of those, but it's super cold. And the house has to be kept warm, and the house is heated with these things called the elements. They act like, yeah, everybody knows about elements. They act like a thermos pass water through them and heats the entire house. And this can be expensive to keep the house warm, and that in itself is a very heavy cost. Cost of food, so cost of living can be very expensive because of heating during winter and even summer. It could be expensive in one way or the other. It's not as cheap as one would imagine. So those are part of it. So we can't afford to employ guys, so you have to do your garden work, you have to fix your own food, you have to repair your own small things. You get to be smart. And we have what we call Yodewalv, which means do it yourself. Like if the faucet gets spoiled, I have to learn how to fix it, because the guy who is coming to fix it has to be paid with official labor laws. I mean, with proper prices that are going on. And just to give you a gist of what's happening, when I was repairing lights outside here, security lights, perhaps I can take you out. If you look on the roof, yes, here we go, this one. I could not be able to do it myself because I'm not a qualified electrician. And when the electrician came, he did a good job, and boom, the guy hit me with a price just for a few hours fixing. I'll put a little bit of olive oil in this as a I'll put a little bit of olive oil in my onions as we are talking. So I had to pay some very colossal amount for all those 6 pieces to be put up. But the good news was the system is so transparent. After paying that huge amount, I had to keep the receipts and send them to the income tax, and they gave me a refund of a certain percentage, having taken the tax off it. And I thought that was a very unique and a nice way of handling things in an advanced and a transparent government. And eventually the prices came to be a bit reasonable, and the government also got the taxes. So that's really what I mean by doing it yourself. Sometimes can cost you, I mean, can save you some costs or so. So this idea of having a house help here, somebody to carry this, carry that, you can't lift a finger, that, And then the next imagination that I had was there's plenty of money, plenty of money. I mean, like, there's just so much money, and like the pillow that you're sleeping in is just full of money, and the tree outside the window there that you see, the leaves are just money. You can just pick. You don't need to work hard. And no, oh, excuse me, here guys have to work very hard, very hard, and life is expensive, and things ought to be done also properly. So the conception was not really right. So but now I get it right. Been in it for over 20 years, and I'm getting into the rhythm. I'm beginning to understand it, and yeah, so that's the reason why when you wake up like this, you have to do a few things. And this video today is gonna be just one of those long videos where we are going to do things together. I'll take you through my day as a pilgrim. This first process is just making breakfast, and I'll see how my tuna fish is done, and then after breakfast I'll show you the next chore that I have. As it cooks on, I will have some little salts, and then I will have some little white pepper. Oops, that was a bit tough, a lot. And a little bit of coriander. This time I'll have to be a bit careful. Yeah, coriander. Then mix my onions so they burn a little bit brown. Then I'll get me sell the fish. Get myself the tuna fish, put it in. Whoa. Right, I got the tuna fish. Chunky, super nice. This is super good. And what I'll try and do, I have some love for turmeric, so I'll just drop a little bit of turmeric here. Float. Just a little. I love turmeric. So just get it mixed up. that deal will be done. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use a facility that I've been having in the house here. This is a sandwich maker. So let's see how we're going to do. And by the way, what I am going to do is I'll try and do something that is a little bit out of the ordinary, completely out of the ordinary. This is Jubileumskaka, Hörnerkaka, and I've never seen anybody use this, but today I want to try and use this special bread. I want to use this special bread. It's called Jubileumskaka, or others version is Hörnerkaka. So let's see what it's going to give us as a deal out of this. It's nice to try something new. I'm at an advanced stage now. Everything seems to be almost ready to do. What I'm going to do is I'll use the Philadelphia. I'll use some Philadelphia, and it's nice to have some Philadelphia. This is the original Philadelphia, and here we go. Gives it that rich mixture. All right. Now the only problem I have met here, as the Philadelphia soaks into the tuna, the only problem I have met here is that it's made such that you can have square bread and it's going to slice them into triangles, but these ones are already cut into triangles, you know, like this size of triangle. So I really didn't know how to deal with that. So in this case, I'll just place it like this, then put my fish there and try and cover it. There'll be a little bit overflow on the edges there, but I think that shouldn't do anything. So that will be the nature of my sandwich. Just keep an eye and watch what I'm doing. Go with our last bit here. Oops, I've made quite a heap of it. Yeah. Then yeah, it smells very, very nice. So I can give it a cover and give it another cover and see if I can be able to close this thing. Okay. Oops. Let me see. What's happening here? Okay, closed. So just to have it plugged in and waiting for my sandwich to be done. There's a little bit of overflow because it was quite uneven there and quite uneven there. So I'm just trying to press it so that it can slice out. So my sandwich is soon going to be ready.